Hello everyone, my name is Mom Left Me, or Andreas Guard, Leapers, Rellings, whatever you may know me as. I'm currently an admin of the Lost Halls Discord, Marble Core Hunters. I've been leading Lost Halls for around 9 months. I've led around 400 plus, and I've completed 800 Lost Halls total. That's like leaving through the portal, and I've maybe entered 1,000 plus, so currently making this video to help out new raiders who are from other discords like Public Lost Halls and Spooky Boy Central, because I know a lot of those raiders who come to our server are very new to this type of Lost Halls, or at least the ones who are nervous to. So this should be a guide to help you out in how to run through rooms and such, what to expect, and basically what kind of callouts to expect from our raid leaders. Hope the video helps out any new raiders, and let's jump right in. First off, I want to start off by saying if no direction is called, wait along the wall or the middle of the room that you're previously in. Attack any of the minions, wait for the raid leader to direct the group. If you're in a slime room or golem or crusade room, just wait in the middle of the room. Wait, okay. And also, if you encounter Spooky Boy, do not try to unhook Spooky Boy or unstick him, whatever you want to call it. All this will do is get you warned or warned multiple times depending on how often you do it and the severity. If you do get banned as a result of warning, by the way, you can appeal to any admin or owner, and depending on your appeal and what you're banned for, you may possibly be unbanned or you may just stay banned. So just do what you're supposed to do and don't get warned. Starting off with the orc streams, pretty easy room. You just run through, place an MC if you have one, stasis if you have mystics, run through. Kill any orcs admirals if you're not stasis rushing. Really self-explanatory. And do not ever attack the spawner whatsoever. You will be and can be warned for it if caught. It's not very hard to catch someone, by the way. And easy room. Just follow along the wall or corner that the raid leader directs the group to follow. Golem rooms are a very easy room, but they're also a very easy room to die in. So be careful of angry boys, and also be careful of those sad boys that do petrify you. So with golem rooms, the tormented golem that pushes group should be pushed back to the middle of the room. Do not attack it again, or just don't attack it in general after that happens, because you may push it to attack group, and then people can die, and it just makes the run overall more dangerous, and you can be warned for it. Follow the path that the raid leader directs you to follow, the hall wall or corner, and then just kill any of your boys along the way. First of all the slime rooms must be killed unless they are the room before defender or that you are instructed to skip by the raid leader. Any skip slime rooms should be stunned while passing, and as the slime is killed, it does spawn little respawns, so don't get gunned down by that, especially if you don't have an MCL. So pretty self-explanatory, very easy room. I'd definitely say the easiest. Now we are on to crusades. All crusades should be dragged along walls or straight down the middle of empty rooms to help prevent knights from missing any stuns. They should also be dragged in directions that the group was previously coming from. So pretty much, if you came in from right into a room that's going left and up, go drag it down and left and right. So don't drag it like down into a split that you haven't gone into, because that's dumb, because it's a room that has a lot more enemies and just more dangerous. So don't drag a crusade around a room either, even if you're rushing ahead, because all it does is take it longer to get to group and longer for us to kill. So don't do that, because it overall slows the group down, So once the commander is dead, stasis any remnants or clear them, and then just pass over it, especially if it's just flamethrowers. They literally deal like 100 damage and armor pierce. If there's no soldiers to attack you, then you'll be fine. Also, just as a side note, a personal tip of mine, especially when you do Lost Halls in general, is to play with sound on. Even if it's very quiet, you can hear hit sounds of other enemies, so it does tell you if a player's dragging Crusade, or if a Crusade is like getting dragged in from behind and the RL hasn't called it. So we do expect RLs to call that kind of stuff, when Crusades are incoming, but if it's getting dragged in from behind and the RL hasn't noticed, it definitely does help. So. Now we are on to Defender. So this Defender is very easy, you know. If he's activated, dodge the shots, you know, pretty self-explanatory. If he's not activated and you two are the first one to find him, you know, if it's an empty room, always look in the corners. There should be like the little statue pillars that indicate that he's there. Don't head first because, you know, it messes up with HP scaling. It makes it impossible to get an insta. So just wait in the corner, wait for everyone to get there, and then move in. If he's not activated, you know, group will enter, sit on him, and kill him. Now we are on to MBC. Upon entering MBC, everyone should be standing right above Colossus, simply due to the fact that after the first tentacle phase, you need to circle them, damage him, and push him to the next phase in which he spawns the first marble core. Everyone should then follow the core, kill the core, then the raid leader or melee should drag Colossus to the top wall. Do not stand on the left side of Colossus. Drag him to the top right preferably. After he is pushed, he will then begin to circle. As soon as he is pushed, everyone in the group should attempt to move to the top right tower, begin circling. After he is pushed from the circling phase, he will spawn 2 cores. Everyone should follow the core down. Even if you are slowed, still follow the core down, because the other core is following the right side down, left and up. So you will eventually come across the other core if you not catch up to the core following down, right and up. If the core, you don't kill it as a group going down and left, right, then you should then switch to the core going down and left. Keep doing this until both cores are dead, and then you'll push him to white tentacle phase. Doesn't really matter as much if you get split as a group on white tentacle phase. It's just a short phase. Melees should, if you're paladin, place an MCL. Then after he's pushed, you'll spawn 2 marble cores. You know, melees focus outer, and then ranged and other classes decoy and focus inner core. So after those 2 cores are dead, everyone should get to the right of marble core Colossus and just a few tiles down. Not directly right, bottom right, because if you are, then the tentacles will split groups. You should then just place MCL if you have one, focus MBC, kill any debuff towers that are close to you, and then begin to damage the outer core. Do not follow the cores under tentacles, because, you know, you should try to stay in your tentacle. Only cross tentacles if you know it's the last core coming around, like middle or inner, and you know you can kill it. Because if you cross tentacles, while it's still got like a half HP, you're just not going to kill it. It's not worth it. Just wait for the cores to come around again and your group will kill it. Mind you that all the cores that can spawn from the previous phase, like, you know, they can change. So just listen for the raid leader's directions and do your best to stay alive, dodge. If you get low, just focus on dodging for a second. After all 3 of them dead, the group should make their way down to the bottom left-hand pillar or below MBC. This is due to the fact that these are the best positions to be in if MBC starts circling first phase. So after 3 core phase, you know, just wait around. MBC will eventually die. Then you for a vial, listen for the raid leader's directions to pop vial or not to pop vial. If he doesn't say anything, you know, pop as soon as he shots, preferably. You do not have to stand on the crack to pop vial. Upon entering the void, the raid leader should ask if anyone has a dex fusion. If you do, listen to what he says to put in chat, PM him, you know, do the whole thing. If anybody has a dex fusion, the raid leader should call for who to pop. Do not double pop, you know. If you don't pop, then save your fusions to be later used in void, as directed by the raid leader, or for other runs. As soon as Void Entity is damageable, listen to the raid leader for when to pop. The Void Entity should then move to the middle, uh, listen to the raid leader, pop Dex Fusion. If not, then just damage him and kill him until all now ends. Once he's pushed all now ends, listen to the raid leader on any class distribution directions. Also, if your group is missing double buffs, warrior, paladin, and even knight, possibly, if you have enough of them, then call for which group, which platform, top left, top right, bottom left, bottom right, needs the class and which class it is. If you just say top left, then the raid leader doesn't know. Also, if you need help with the minions, call. Split yourselves up evenly. Do your best, because it makes the run as easy as possible if the group just does what it's supposed to do without being told. After all now ends, when the last minion is thrown out, everyone should listen to the raid leader on what to do, whether you go middle or whether you're not. If you don't go middle, Void Entity is damageable before you even start circling, just for a split second. If not, get that damage in just before you start circling, because as much damage on the Void Entity as early as possible does help the speed of the run. While he is all now ends, you should full circle. If you have only one healing class per group, you should not full circle, because if the one healing class stops circling, then you are out of buffs other than your pet. So don't let your healing get split up. If you're more than one healing class, full circle. If you get low, just stop for a second. Kill any big boys you see, and then after he is pushed, then he will shoot out 12 shotguns. Listen to the raid leader. You can then stun or stasis him, whatever you want to do, I don't care. And then go middle, damage him until chest phase. If you do not damage him, prepare to back up, because there's a split second. If you do not damage him enough to push him to chest phase, where he shows up the blue shield of invincibility above his head, and then you will begin his 12 shotguns again, until you do damage him enough to push him to 12 shotgun phase. So the rest of the video is just finishing Void. If you have any questions, DM me on Discord or leave a comment. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. So please enjoy the rest of this video, and have a good evening or day.